guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video. I'm working with two other YouTubers who will be linked down below and at the end as well. We are going to be making some cupcakes which are going to be summery themed, and you get to judge at the end. Comment down below who's the winner, who made the best cupcakes. Like, obviously you can't taste them, so based on like the idea of the recipe, overall presentation of the finished product, and just like the video itself, like how they made their video. And make sure you go and check out their links at the end if you're not already coming from one of them or both of them. But yeah, let's start the video.
Hi, I am Holly. My channel is Natural Mumma. It's all about taking care of yourself, your family, the people you love, and the environment. I'm also a columnist for the Green Parent magazine. And very excitingly, I recently had a book out which is all about pregnancy and childbirth. And if you are further along in your parenting journey than the pregnancy side, I have loads of free resources on my blog and on my YouTube channel. I'm also on social media, so you can catch me there. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Follow me, I'll follow you back. What we're doing today, I'm making cupcakes. This is very exciting. I'm going for a seaside theme, so you'll have to see how they turn out. But the basic cupcakes are going to be lemon flavoured. So that's what I'm up to now. And there's going to be a bit of white chocolate on the topping. So in the actual sponge mix, I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of lemon rind. And then I'm going to make a little ocean. This is my plan anyway. My ocean out of white chocolate. And that's going to be on one half of a little cupcake. And the other half, I'm going to have sand made out of shortbread, spiced shortbread. And all crumbled up, and a little bit of ground almonds to make my sand. So we shall see how that goes. And then I'm going to make some little sea creatures, like starfish, and I've got some little shells on as well. So I thought it'd be quite fun for kids to do, kids of all ages, to get involved with making their own little sea creatures. So we'll see how that turns out later. But to start with, you're going to make your little cupcakes. So this is what I'm up to. Right then, get some lemon in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm going to put a tablespoon of lemon juice and a tablespoon of milk. I'm going to put a bit of the rind in as well. I want to get it a bit zesty. So, I'll mix it up and then I'll get some of the rind in. We can stick these in the oven. They only take about 10 minutes, don't they? So, and then when they're nice and cool, we can get decorating. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So it smells nice and lemony, that's a good sign. So we're going to make little cupcakes, stick them in the oven for 10 minutes. It's on gas mark 4, 180 gas mark 4. There we go. The first cake I ever made for my daughter's 14 now, so I've made more than 14 birthday cakes, because often she has several. We have a family cake and we have one for her friends and things like this. But the first cake I ever made, when she was a year old, it was completely sugar-free because her teeth were growing. I really didn't want to give her any sugar. And to be fair, I probably could have loosened up a little and let her have a bit of sugar on her first birthday. And my friends still to this day think it's hilarious that my poor child wasn't allowed sugar on her first birthday. So I'm just whacking this in because we're going to put stuff on top. It doesn't need to be flawless, does it? So I think we just stick it in there and see how we go. Right, 10 minutes in the oven, have a cup of tea, put your feet up, like anyone does that these days. But yeah, let's put them in the oven, and when they're cool, I'm going to decorate them. See you in a bit. Okay, so I am going to make some butter icing, and the plan of this is that the sand is going to rest on top of it, has something to stick to. So this is my plan. I couldn't resist doing a beach theme. Love, love, love the beach. When my daughter was little, we had a lot of beach holidays. We'd just get, often with a lot of friends and stuff, and we would just go to a campsite. Often we'd go to places like Bude. Cornwall was a big favourite. And we would go and surf and bodyboard and hang out on the beach, which is always brilliant fun. So there we go. Yeah, so I thought summer, I think of beaches, even though I have been to the beach 4 times a year in April, freezing in Wales, but this is about the summery, lovely beach times that we have. I suppose it's nice with little kids, and if they haven't been to the beach yet and you want to talk about what's going on there, or if you've had a beach holiday and want to celebrate it, or you want to teach them about little beach creatures, it's a nice way getting them to, you could even collect shells first and then make them, or it's just a nice little way to celebrate beach life. Because you can literally make whatever you want, put it on top. I think a nice little fat seagull would be good as well. Might put a seagull on one of mine. Now Holly's way of making sure that buttercream is right, I just taste it. I just whack it in until it feels a good consistency. Tastes good. Let's get some colour in there. So, bit of yellow. I don't want to go too yellow because sand obviously isn't brilliant yellow, is it? It's kind of a little bit of a biscuity tone. I say that and it's gone neon yellow. Here we go. Okay. This is sort of, there you go. It's fashionable colour of the summer, there you go. Trendy cakes. I'm just going to hide it under my lovely shortbread anyway, so it's going to be brilliant. Right then, got some yellow buttercream, lemon flavoured, and I'm going to put some biscuit on and make my little beach thing. So yeah, shortbread, either make your own, crumble it down, or you could buy some and crumble it down. If you're making crumbs, you don't need to bake it, do you? But ground almonds, and I'm going to put in a little bit of ginger just for a kick, but not too much. So there we go. Hopefully this does look a little bit like sand. I think it does quite a bit actually look like sand. Does it taste? Hopefully it doesn't taste like sand. That would be horrible. Let's see. That's very nice. Put a bit more ginger in. I don't want to go too gingery because some kids aren't massive fans of spices, but a little bit, I think a touch is just to add a little bit of heat to it. There we go, bowl of sand. Okay, so now we're going to decorate them. This is the fun bit. I'm going to use some of my acid yellow icing just for the sand to stick to. So I'm going to whack this on. There's a bit of lemon juice in here as well, so there's a bit of lemony flavour coming through as well. I think it cuts through nicely against the sweetness of the sugar. So the nice thing about doing beaches is it doesn't need to be too perfect because that's how beaches look. So I'm just going to put a rough half of this buttercream on, and then put a little bit of my sand on. So I like the way this is looking. This so it's ginger shortbread and ground almonds. So let's see if that. How are we getting on? That's sticking quite nicely. Put a little bit more. I might just pat it down to make sure we get enough of the sand through. That looks nicely sandy, doesn't it? There we go. I think kids will quite like the idea of eating sand. As long as you teach them that when they get to the beach they don't eat that as well. They think the whole of the beach is made up of shortbread. But yeah, I think that's going to be quite a nice little... Yeah, there we go. So, I'm going to do all my beaches first, then melted white chocolate and put a bit of colour through, a bit of blue, a bit marbly to get the movement of the waves, and fill it in my little gaps. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I am going to get my melted chocolate and add a little ocean. So white chocolate I've gone for because I think lemon, ginger and white chocolate are a really good combination. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of blue and try and get a marble effect. So let's get... So we're going to get some ocean going on now. What I want to do is just use this white chocolate and just fill this area. Here we go. And there we go. And I'm going to marble it up a bit. Because it's liquid, it will just go in all the little cracks. And then we can add a little bit of marbly effect. There we go. That's pretty. Okay. Again, this is a fun job for the kids to do. Got some purple and green food dye out as well, but I don't know if I'm going to use them. I might stick with the blue. Okay, let's just... White chocolate is good. Okay. Right, next stage is to make our little sea creatures. So let your imaginations go wild, I reckon. Let's see what we come up with. So, I got my boys on board to help me make some, I did do some of it, I promise. To make some little seaside themed paraphernalia. We've got a little Donald Trump over here sunbathing. He looks like he's been sun too long. And a shark fin and some clothing, sun hats, a lovely little crab, a few shells, and I like this guy, the seagull. So basically, yeah, go wild, go creative, make some stuff and throw it on the cupcakes. That's what I'm going to do. Come on, Donald. Donald, you can go here. I think I'm going to put the little shark on with him. There's a nice shine going on with my chocolate. That's just soft enough that I can just nestle that in. It should stay. But yeah, there we go. Little sun hat. Maybe the shorts and the hat are going to be discarded on the same bit of beach. No, I think that king girl needs to live on this one here. So there we go. What do you reckon? Looking good. Mr. Crab, my friend. There we go. These look very sweet. Okay. And then I like the little marble effect we got going on with these shells. Let's see what we got. So we can just whack your shells about. That's quite sweet. Yeah. There we go. What do you reckon? We have some beach-themed cupcakes. I am Holly, and my channel, as I said, is Natural Mumma. And I hope to hear from you soon. Tell me stuff. Share if you've created similar things or done summer cupcakes, then comment below and we'll all have a look at them, and we'd love to see what you've been making as well. Thank you.
Got my peony on. Hi everybody, I'm Abby, the face behind Scrapbook Mum. I vlog and blog about our family adventures. I document all the memories just so that I don't ever forget them, which is why I gave myself the name Scrapbook. It's like a digital scrapbook of everything we get up to. So if you like those sorts of things, daily vlogs, weekly vlogs, then head on over to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some rose and pistachio cupcakes. I thought they're really summery, and recently I've just been loving pistachios. I cannot get enough of them. I don't know why, but they're my favourites. So I thought, why not incorporate them into my cupcakes and then put some rose water flavouring in there as well. I looked online for a recipe because I don't have one myself and I'm not experienced enough at baking to make one up. And I found one on janespatisserie.com, so go and check out her website. Full credit to her for this recipe. I've not tried it before, but they look amazing. So let's get started. I'm going to just turn the oven on. I have all my ingredients over here ready to go. I'm not usually this organised, but I thought I better be today. So we've got some unsalted butter, caster sugar, self-raising flour, 3 eggs. Over here we've got some baking powder and rose water, and then I've got my pistachios. So I'm going to go ahead and finely chop these now. So it took a while to de-shell these, and now I'm just going to finely chop them. I mean, I don't know how well I'm doing this. Feeling the pressure now. I feel like I'm in a tent. I wonder what Mary Berry would say about this technique. Okay, so my nuts are chopped, and now I'm just putting in the caster sugar and the butter into my bowl, and it says to cream until they're well combined. I like to use a wooden spoon when I bake. I do have a hand whisk, but it's the old-fashioned way. I like to get stuck in. I like to give my arms a workout, so I'm just going to go ahead and whiz that up now. Smells good already. Then we need to add the flour, eggs, baking powder and rose water. So just chuck in everything else basically. That's not a very good technique, is it? Chuck it all in. I'm going to do it properly though. I've got my sieve. So I'm going to put the flour in now. I can't remember the last thing I baked. I think it was a banana bread. I like banana and walnuts, or carrot cake. Love carrot cake. So I'm just going to crack my eggs in. I can't do it one-handed, so I hope we're not being judged on that. Give this a real good beating. Nice and smooth. So I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of baking powder. If I can open it. There we go. Half a teaspoon of rose water. I've never actually worked with this before, but I'm pretty sure you only need the smallest bit to make quite an impact, and I don't want these to be overwhelmingly floral. So half a teaspoon of that. I'm going to be putting some of this in the frosting as well. So give this a stir. Oh yeah, it smells delicious. That's most of my ingredients combined. I just need to fold in the pistachios and then spoon it in the cases. And now I'm just going to fold in the pistachios before I spoon the mixture into the cases. I'm going for the double spoon method, if that's a thing. Oops. Can you tell I don't do this very often? Oh, this smells so yummy. Oops. I knew that wouldn't work. That's why you need 2 spoons. The dollop method was not successful. Don't dollop, kids, it doesn't work. See, you need 2 spoons. So here they are, yummy. And now they're going to go in the oven, 160 fan for 15 to 20 minutes. So I will check them at the 18-minute mark, I think. Wish me luck. Now I've got to tidy up. Oh gosh. Really good. Let's see how they look. They look to me like they could do a few more minutes just to go golden. So I'm going to put this on for 2 minutes and then I will do a skewer test. Perfect. So now I'm going to leave them to cool in a tin for a couple of minutes and then I will put them on wire racks to cool completely before I start to decorate. The house smells incredible. So I'm back to do my frosting now, and I'm not following Jane's recipe for this. I'm doing my own version of cream cheese frosting, but I'm adding a bit of rose water to it. So it's just icing sugar, butter and mascarpone I'm using, cream cheese. And I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of rose water. So I'm going to go ahead and just sift my icing sugar into the bowl, and I will be using an electric hand whisk for this. I always end up in a bit of a mess with icing sugar, but it's quite fun to work with. You can taste it in the air. You want to put this in while it's still cold. I actually need to measure it out, so bear with me. It's going to be noisy. I don't have piping equipment, so I am just going to spoon this on and hope for the best. Hope we're not being completely judged on appearance. I'm thinking I'm just going to have to pick the best out of a bad bunch for the judging because I don't have piping equipment, and let's be honest, my spoon skills aren't all that great. But hopefully with the dried strawberry topping and the chopped pistachio topping, they'll look quite good. Do I look like roses? Not really, Abby. They're pretty though. I now have freeze-dried strawberry and chopped pistachios to decorate with. I'm going to do a taste test now. And it's done, it's not raw. There's quite big chunks of pistachio in there. Let's get a good helping of both frosting and cake. It's nice. The rose might be a little bit overpowering. Excuse me, but I guess that's just personal preference. So I'm really pleased with them. You can taste the pistachios. The cake sponge is nice and fluffy. And I really like the crunch you get from the nuts as well. So I'm quite pleased with them. They're not all consistent and they don't look amazing, but they're good for me. So thank you for inviting me to take part in this, and I can't wait to find out who wins. Bye! Do you like it?
Yeah! My name's Susie, this is my channel. I do lots of baking, DIY craft kind of stuff, and I'm now getting back to doing like monthly favourite videos, all that sort of random like lifestyle kind of stuff as well. I have 3 kids and a husband, and I'm quite a creative person. I also have a daily vlogging channel, which I will leave in the description, as well as the links for the other YouTubers who are doing this video. So today I'm going to be making a strawberry and sprinkles unicorn cake. This month on the channel we've kind of been doing unicorn themed things. So I made a DIY unicorn frappuccino and some unicorn Rice Krispie squares and a couple of other bits and bobs here and there. So yeah, that's kind of why this is a unicorn one. I did have a couple of other ideas because the theme is summer cupcakes. But yeah, I went with unicorns. My daughter also loves unicorns, so I'm sure she will really enjoy these once they're all made and stuff. So let's get straight into it, and I will show you all the things that you'll need. So I have got 150 grams of butter. In here, the bottom half is 150 grams of flour. I've gone with self-raising just because it makes the cakes a little bit bigger and fluffier. And then 150 grams of caster sugar. You will also need 2 eggs, some red and blue food colouring. If you can get pink food colouring, it'll probably help. Some strawberry flavour, some strawberry food flavouring, and some white chocolate chips. Oh, and vanilla extract, of course, and sprinkles. For the decoration, we're going to be using those sprinkle stars again, and some glimmer sugar. We'll be using the bottom and top cupcake cases. I've got icing sugar. Again, we've got some butter and a piping bag and some spare piping bags, so we can do like a mixed colour thing without actually mixing the colours together. And we'll be using these again. I'm going to try and make the cakes purple, but they may just be pink. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how that ends up going. I've also got an ice cream scoop because it's really good for portioning the cupcake mixture into the cases. So with that, let's begin. So I'm just adding all the ingredients together, starting with the dry ingredients, then adding egg. And I'm using this, it's called a Mr. Whisker. I got them from Tesco's. I think they were online exclusive, but I got them on the demonstration day. So yeah, I'm just mixing this all up. I'm popping some vanilla extract in now. And the strawberry flavouring. And then mixing some more. There's a lot of mixing going on. It took forever. I think
maybe for cake mix, whisks are better. It will get stuck on the whiskey bit of Mr. Whisker. So I'm adding in red food colouring now to make the cakes pink. I decided not to go with purple just because the blue food colouring wasn't all that strong in the end. I did a little test batch. But yeah, I'm making a nice pink cake. It took forever to actually get to a decent colour of pink, so I had to add quite a lot of the food colouring. And now I'm adding in some chocolate chips, just for the extra chocolatey taste, because you can never have too many white chocolate chips in anything. And these are the sprinkles.
So the next thing we've got to do is make the icing. We're doing buttercream icing, so we need icing sugar, butter and vanilla extract, and of course our food colouring.
So now I'm just mixing together the butter and the icing sugar. If you're in America, I believe this is called powdered sugar. And this will make the buttercream icing. I had to use, I think, a spoon or a fork because it just kept getting so stuck to the Mr. Whisk. So yeah, it went a lot better once I stopped using that. Those definitely aren't great for cakes. So I just added some vanilla essence and sort of tried to make the consistency a bit thicker. And I'm about to put 2 blobs into 2 different bowls. This is so that we can separate them out to make them different colours. Now that third bowl was supposed to come out purple, but because there's like a yellow tint to all of it from the butter, it kind of came out more brown, so I didn't use it. So just focus on these 2 smaller bowls, which are going to be pink and blue. So you can see me mixing there. It's a little bit green, but it's like a turquoisey kind of bluey green. So yeah, there's me mixing the third one, but it just wasn't working out, so I kind of gave up. I use a lot of food dye to try and get it the right colour. So the next thing we're going to do is stick the piping bag in the cup and make sure that it's all nice and secure, it's not going to leak at the bottom, and there's enough space for the icing to get right to the bottom of it without actually leaking out. Then we're going to pop one of the icing colours in, and then in a second we will do the next one. Then we put them in the bag together, as you will see in a second.
So I got 2 cakes here that I have pulled down. And I'm going to decorate them with this. So it's got the pink in there in like a separate bag, and the blue, and they should come out together. So I'll start with this cake. Where's my blue? All my blue's coming out into this. Hopefully this fixes the issue for this one. So as you can see, we've got some like unicorn poop here. There you go, you can see a little better there. And I'm gonna add some sprinkles on. Onto this one also. Let's try and get a bit more blue on here. There we go. Now they're kind of both and some glitter. So thank you for watching the video, guys. Make sure you go and check out these two lovely people here, and click down here to subscribe, and click on my belly to see a different video. Yeah, and comment down below who won, who